If you haven't had an opportunity to watch Banshee Season 2 finale, Bullets and Tears, stop listening now. Major spoilers, here we go. Tonight's episode of Banshee is the best of the series. It is the best season finale I've ever seen for any show. And I just love how everything came full circle, man. And not only full circle just in Season 2, it came full circle from Season 1 all the way to the end of Season 2. And then we know that Season 3 begins a new chapter. We got introduced to new characters tonight, or a new character. His name is Fat Al, and it's F-A-T-A-U. Favorite quote from him, man. "Oh, honey, if I wasn't so smitten, I'd be insulted." I love that, man. It was just, this was in response, man, of Carrie, man. You know, how she was just, she didn't know who the guy was. This guy knew Lucas Hood prior to him becoming Lucas Hood. He knew the original Lucas Hood. And what's kind of interesting now, man, is to know, how do you want to say, how can I say this? How can I say this? Lucas Hood is not Lucas Hood. We know he's somebody else. But does Carrie know who Lucas Hood is? That's the question. All right. Now, check this out, man. The guy named Fat Al, he knows Lucas, and he called him Soldier Boy. He says, "Soldier Boy, back from the dead." And then Carrie, you know, later on in the episode, or a couple seconds, minutes later, she actually says, "Were you in the army?" He says, "Not in the army." He said, "Not in the army, not exactly." And then after that, we don't know what else. We don't know anything else about besides that. I mean, that's all we know as far as any nods to Lucas's past, which obviously are going to play in the future, man. At the end of the episode, or towards the end of the episode, as they're seeing the closing the file or the case on Rabbit's death and opening up I guess you can say, murder or homicide. It does look like a suicide, so obviously they're closing that file. Or closing that case, but the agent Broner, he has a file in his hand that has a picture of Lucas Hood, but it doesn't have a name. It just has, I think it says, 6'1", 170 pounds. It has his arrest little thing that they put up in front of you with a little, I guess you can say, like a code for whatever type of arrest it was, and you know, his inmate number, stuff like that. And what I kind of really am interested to see is if he was in the army, like, what was he doing? Was it special forces? Because the dude can fight. I mean, he has so many different skills, man. But we'll see that later on in season 3. I just kind of loved how they did the backstory on this, man. All right. We're going to go directly now, man, and start talking about the church shootout, man. The church shootout was, oh my gosh, man, one of the best shootouts I've seen on television, man, because one thing that Cinemax does successfully with Banshee is cinematography, man, and it's perfection. When you go and you watch a movie, you expect it to be, you know, movie quality. But when you watch a TV show, you don't really expect that, you know, as much, man. I guess you can say nowadays you do with, you know, things like HBO, stuff like that, yeah. But this quality is just crazy, all right? If you remember the movie The Matrix, obviously, End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger, remember Bad Boys? It had that feel, it had that vibe to it, man. Slow motion, man. They had this bullet time. Tonight's episode was just crazy. It kind of just showed, I think, just, you know, they just released all their arsenal and said, you know what, hey, here's a couple more things we can do. All right, our team, you know, our Banshee Cinemax team, we can slow down time. We can make you cry, and then make you laugh, and then make you cry again, and then make you laugh, and then make you just want to, I don't know, break your computer screen in half, and set fire to your house because you just witnessed mayhem on television. Okay, that's what they can do. All right, the church scene. Here's what happens, man. Lucas and Carrie, man, they decide that they're going to get Rabbit. They're going to go kill Rabbit. That is the point. That is the purpose, the mission, the motivation, the direction. That's everything that they said they were going to do. It's going to happen today. And either I die or you die. That's it. That's the only options, man. They go into the church, man, guns blazing. They shoot like, I don't know, 5 or 6 people, 5 or 6 little guards, the little rabbit guards. And then they get into the church and they see Ulrich, who was the brother of Rabbit, the now deceased Rabbit. But prior to Rabbit dying, you know, he was alive, and he was hearing all this in the back of the church. They're shooting out in the church, man. They go up there, they approach Ulrich. Ulrich gives them a little bitty tiny speech, man, and says, you know, how can you possibly win when I have this? And then all of a sudden you see, I don't know, 15 to 20 dudes come out with AK-47s locked and loaded, and all of a sudden, man, like, you think this is the end, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. And this is what I love about Cinemax and I love about Banshee, is that I thought that this was the end, man. I thought that, oh my gosh, you know, obviously, you know, the main characters are Anna and Lucas. That is it. But the show could go on. Like I said, the show is so great with its cast that it doesn't matter if it's the first string, second string, third string actors, whatever you want to call them. Every single actor on here can act. If Brock was leading the show, yeah, it would be very frustrating, but it would still be a good show. He's still a good actor. And he's still a great character, even though you get so frustrated with him. If Sugar Bates was running the show, it would be absolutely hilarious. I watch that 9,000 times a day because it's just that funny. It could be like a bar show. You see what I'm saying? Every character has a purpose. All of a sudden, man, the soldiers, man, Ulrich, he pretty much just walks away, goes and disappears, and you're like, oh man, well, Ulrich just got away. I guess, you know, man, they're gonna either hunt him down later on, he's gonna go to season 3, something's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden you see the guards that Rabbit has, they start firing, man, and you're talking about, I don't know, thousands of bullets firing, man. And, you know, Lucas and Carrie, they dive, man. They dive after they talk for a couple seconds. They're like, you know, we said that when we come in here for a mission. You know, either I die or you die. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by I die is either they, Lucas and Carrie, die or Rabbit dies. They dive to the floor, man. They start, you know, trying to scramble, trying to find cover, you know, and they're shooting and firing back. And Carrie's on the floor. She's crawling. There's wood pieces and chips and stuff flying around her because they're shooting up all the benches inside of the church. Lucas goes behind this pillar, and it's just straight out the Matrix, man. It's like, you know, bullet time. Bullet time, man. The pillars are starting to come down. Lucas and Carrie, man, they finally meet up, and they're behind these 2 pillars that are kind of holding up the church, obviously. And the guys are just sitting there, man. They're shooting nonstop. They won't stop shooting, man. There's just nothing but bullets going on right now and firing. And then all of a sudden, man, you get this flashback sequence, man. And it's flashback sequence of Carrie and Lucas when they're inside of their diamond mission, or their diamond heist, their job. And it shows them, you know,